Hi everyone, welcome back to your weekly reading. Sorry that this took a little bit of a break, but issues with the phone, the memory, how long it takes to load recently, it's been a bit stressful. So without further ado, we're going to be doing this reading for you guys today. This is the 21st of October to the 27th of October. Going to go into Mercury shadow phase this week, and it's probably going to kind of foreshadow some certain things to you. But in order to get some messages through, I haven't overturned these cards yet, but these are the ones I want you to resonate with. And then as I go into the reading, I'll be doing energy oracle cards. So the first one is learn. Okay. The second one is hope. Nice. And the third one is clearing. So whichever card you feel pulled towards, whichever card you feel like you want to read more about or learn more about what the messages have here, then choose that pile. I'll also say that I have got about 3 tarot cards for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot and 1 romance card, which will not only deal with the romantic relationships but possibly personal relationships as well. But I will be drawing more cards as and when I feel called to do so. So without further ado, I'm going to just get on with the reading. I don't want to have any airs and graces this week. It seems like it has to be cut and dry communication. So I'll get on with group 1 and then I'll see you other guys in just a moment. Okay, group 1, so you chose learn. And to take a lesson from the owls, deeply observe the night and you'll become a little wiser in the day. I always feel this is just to learn from your subconscious, learn from the things that you don't necessarily see explained generally in front of you, and also take care to maybe pay attention to that little thought throughout the day, your subconscious, your guides, just to see if you can really think back on what happened and how you interpret that. I'm also just going to take a sip of tea. I've got a bit of a sore throat lately, so I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. Right, so your cards are 6 of Pentacles. Oh, another 6 of Swords. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. And your romance card is Attraction. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to first see if this will stick where I want it to. But also see... Alright, some of you have had difficulties with previous relationships, and that's fine. It's not saying that you're different because you have had some issues. It's not saying that you're defunct in relationships because of some issues that you may have had. I also feel as though the 6 is very strong and they're very purposeful. They're mostly about growth and expansion. So you are moving towards something, maybe learning a new skill. Let me just get one of these. I am being called to do one of these already. Whoa. And that just fell out. Alright, so what do you have to say? Ooh, first chakra. Archangel Michael, which I'm actually wearing a red shirt. So this could be something to do with having that connectivity within yourself. Having that feeling of wanting to create but not sure how to create, wanting to bring in the abundance, bring in the attraction. And also it is to do with your self-worth. It could be something to do with you being grounded, having a bit of a flyaway interest, feeling a little bit too in your head, because attraction and the solar plexus and the root chakra go hand in hand, really. That one and the sacral chakra, those are the 2 you want to look at for relationships. So maybe you are a little bit, oh, I want a baby, or oh, I want a family, or you could be the opposite of that. You could be very determinedly, no, I don't want that. Either way, there's something to do with this root chakra and the attraction that you're trying to bring in. You need to address something to do with that base of you, that groundwork that makes you as a person. So I think that this is kind of saying this week you're probably going to be maybe doing some law of attraction. Maybe you're actually doing law of attraction to bring in a romantic relationship, or try and gain some ground with somebody else. But I do feel that you are attracting something for the right reasons. I feel also that they're saying just feel it in the moment. You know, enjoy the moments that you're having at this time. Enjoy the experiences and the conversations that you're having with people, and you'll get more. So I think that if you focus on the positive, the more you'll get in. But this Four of Pentacles is saying that some of you are shut off, and it could be because of this. It could be that your material needs haven't been very forthcoming lately. You may find that, you know, you're trying to put too many pennies in the pot and not leaving enough for anything else, and oh, I don't really know how to do this, I'm not sure what to spend my money on, now I've got some, or alternatively, I'm not sure whether to spend my money. I think this is coming through mainly to say that you are being a little bit too nervous and too worried about the lack of things. I'm not saying that's unfounded, I'm just saying expand, turn that into something that's great, turn that into, you know what, I'm going to do this, you know what, I'm going to work at this. See what you can do when you turn that into a positive attraction rather than a negative hold. Because it could be, again, something that's made you up. Maybe you've always experienced lack. Maybe you've always experienced something that has gone wrong. I mean, we all have that. But it could be that you're trying to establish something this week that gives you the platform, that gives you the momentum to bring in something that you consider abundance and success. Good news is you are on the right track to do that. You're definitely on the right track. The 6 and the 6 here, very strong cards. They do, again, develop growth. You haven't got the 6 of Wands, but what you have is kind of something better. It shows you a progression from this lack frame of mind into something that you feel like, okay, I can actually gain the people that I need to meet. I can go and be very productive. I can be finally give back to people. You know, if you want to treat people in your life, if you want to have this career so you can spread wealth and knowledge and generally spread a message that you want to connect with people, and you know, if you want to be in a community service or something like that, maybe there's something that you're giving back to people. It could be also to do with a Libra, but this is the balance of what you give out coming back to you. What you give out comes through tenfold sometimes if you put enough energy into it. So the more that you feel generous of spirit, the more you feel this is who I am at the root, this is who I am at the core of me. I want to give, I want to attract people because I want to give back to them, of like mind, of like culture, of like, actually no, culture's the wrong word. Just something that feels like you want to be there for people. I think this is going to be really strong for you, because it does feel like you are multiplying. Yeah, there's something about you multiplying, and you're getting a good base and you're getting a good grounding. And I do honestly believe that this is coming forward just to suggest to you that you have what it takes. You just need a little bit more confidence. But I hope that helps you, my lovely, lovely group one. Let me know in the comments below if this did help you for the week ahead. All you have to do is get to the core of you this week. Get to the core of you, feel more about who you are, feel more about what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to do, how you're trying to move into certain spaces, who you're trying to bring in, and work on that fear, work on that, where does that come from, and try and heal it this week. And then I think you're absolutely going to see the results pour in over the course of the next month or two. Probably, yeah, I think month or two, maybe towards the end of the year as well. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'm going to go on to group 2. Okay, lovelies, you would have chosen group 2, which is hope. Now this is an idea like a single acorn can start a wondrous forest, and that to me symbolises something where you always have positivity. Maybe this week is more of a time for you to look at things a bit more positively. See how you could potentially develop some certain ideas or certain things that you're looking to do. It could even be how you are approaching a task or approaching a problem. I I do feel a lot of this is to do with how you are inside rather than what you're doing on the outside and the mentality that you're taking on board. Don't worry about the cup, by the way. That's just my tea. I've started to get kind of a sore throat, so I'm just hoping I'm not coming down with a cold. Right, so let's have a look at what your cards have to say. Oh, so you have strength, you've got the Hermit, and you have the King of Wands. To be honest, in a lot of personal readings, the Strength and the Hermit have been coming out quite a bit. And then we have Free Yourself. Ooh. Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking of a few particular people in my life who may resonate with this. And of course, I will be breaking through with an energy card as well. But let me just see what this has to say to me at the moment. Well, okay. At the moment it feels like something's building up around you and you feel like you're having to spend a lot of strength every single day in order to get where you need to be. So it could be, for instance, that this strength card here, this is coming for us to suggest that, you are doing everything that you can and you're doing everything that is within your power, really, to increase day-to-day activity or productivity or the chances that you get. But also it's just dealing with the stuff that's around you. It's just dealing with everybody else and their problems and having to sort things out for them. And it could be that you feel a little bit selfish looking after yourself when it should just be you looking after yourself. And I don't think that anybody would begrudge you wanting to take care of you and take care of your health and take care of how you fit into things. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't nurture yourself, that's when your health takes a dip. That's when your health goes further down, and nobody wants that. Least of all me. So nobody wants that. So if you can, I would suggest just trying to limit the amount of time you spend worrying about other people's problems and just focus on you. Start doing this idea, start doing this hope, this, thing about yourself and your own future rather than everybody else's. And then we have the Hermit. So again, it may make you want to go inwards this week. You may feel like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to deal with you. I just want to go into my own little cave and think about everything else that I'm supposed to be doing rather than focusing on you. That's a healthy thing to do every now and again. Sometimes the most spiritual word you can say is no. Respect your boundaries. Make sure this week that you connect with your boundaries as well. It could be because of this person, or it could be that you want to spend more time with this person, or this could even be you, but an Aries, Sagittarius or Leo value. And this could be, maybe in some ways, this could be somebody who you're trying to hide from, or just trying to detach from, or trying to move away from certain things. But in particular, this card comes through to say you are an entrepreneur. There is an energy here that you could use to kind of ramp up everything else in your life. Similarly, if this is a person that you're trying to avoid, I think that they would probably be more, how to put it, they would probably be more in your face than anything else, like always talking, always there, always trying to put the point across, always thinking that they're trying to do the right thing. Conversely, if you feel like this is you, it could be that you've done too much for other people, you've done, a lot of expending energy. Now's the time to focus on your own entrepreneurships, your own ideas. Because the main card that you have here as well is Free Yourself. Now, this is not just in relationships with a romantic partner, this is with everybody. Take back control of your life. Don't keep giving it to other people. Don't keep giving, other people too much of a say-so about what you're supposed to be doing or what you need to do. If it come to it, I'm sure that people would be trying a little bit too hard to control where you go, or, I want you to talk to me all the time, and I want you to say I'm good and say, reaffirm me and all that sort of stuff, which is not your bag. You do not need to do that whatsoever. This is not something that you need to adhere to. This is not a place or a person or a job or anything that you are getting paid to do. This is out of the goodness of your heart. And I feel like Free Yourself means mostly reserve strength, do the boundaries. I think here again, you may feel like boundaries are too restrictive. You may want people to be able to feel like they can come to you, and you don't want to shut them away, or you want to keep your options open. That's also another thing, seeing like, well, I don't really like them, but they have access too, and I want to keep my options open. That's kind of a Slytherin way of looking things, and that's fine by me, but you also have to recognize that by doing that, you also leave the door a little bit ajar to a rush of energy that could leave you at any moment because you're considering about them and thinking about them. So let's see what your energy oracle card has to say. Come on, what does group 2 have to know with the energy? Wow. Alright, well, I'm going to pick this one because it seems like this one wanted to come through. But you two have to behave. Right. Caring connections. Make sure that you're spending time with people who care about you, people who are very honest with you, people who actually deserve to be around you, let's just say. People who really want to connect with you on a personal level for not any personal gains, nothing like that. And I will just have to say, my cat, who was absolutely, definitely, oh yeah, I'm just chilling here, I'm just being amazing. He's now rolled over and he's staring at me like I'm interrupting him. So I think that's kind of a sign for you guys, excuse me, in that, you may think that there's some, oh, it's all right over there, it's okay. But you may do something that makes somebody pay attention to you, to make somebody pay, more attention of you, wanting to get attention or feel like they're being bothered by you. And I think that's kind of something that you may be playing with this week, is to, you may suddenly be bothered with those people as well. You may suddenly be like, you know what? I didn't mind you, that's why I kept the door open, but now you're annoying me, now you're disrupting my sleep. So it could be something like that you're trying to get, but I do feel that somebody's going to come through, and it's almost like the Lover's card, but it is kind of saying to you, there are caring connections coming in, there's a great deal of unity here, there's a great deal of introspection as well, and I think that your time alone this week is going to be very important for you guys, and I would recommend doing it as much as you comfortably can. Just take some time alone and meditate or think about where you want to be this time a month away, because we are going into Mercury retrograde, so it may be best just to ride this out, this initial bump, on a little bit of an even keel. But I hope this helps you. I'm going to move on to group 3 now, but thank you so much for being here. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how things go for you. Also, thank you so much for subscribing. Press the little notification bell as well, or you can get a reading from me below. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Love you all, and I'll speak to you very soon. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. I've apologised to the other 2 groups actually, because I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so hopefully I'm not coming down with a cold. But this is your reading, so you chose clearing, and this is make room for growth. So the next week you probably will be feeling more like there's a bit of clutter in your life, or things that you left too long to do, or things that you didn't address when you should have done. So now you're doing a little bit of housekeeping in your life and in your home, even perhaps like doing the MOT for your car, doing something that's very personal for you, maybe having a little bit of organisation going on next week. So let's see what your cards are. Alright, so you have the Star, you have the 3 of Wands, and you have the 5 of Swords. And for here you have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Wow. Okay, so clearing again. We have some issues coming through here, maybe with the past, or maybe with something that has just recently transpired, and they're asking you just to clear that energy away. So that's very interesting. So obviously this isn't just to do with romance as well. This could be something to do with an ex-friend, a former workplace, a former workmate, an opportunity that didn't come to pass. So it's something that you feel grief over, and it's that, or somebody who did you wrong, or something that didn't work out the way you thought it was going to. So it's not just a romantic partner, it's actually the physical embodiment of something that went wrong, and then you're feeling maybe some grief or anguish over it. So let's just have a look and see. So this one could be to do with the people that you had that experience with. But the Five of Swords normally comes through when somebody's being a little bit, look at me, look what I can do, and not being very generous with their time. In some decks, actually, it comes forward as being, how to say it, like somebody showing off. Somebody's throwing all the daggers in the air and juggling and then making the other one feel really bad. So it could be somebody who has done exactly the same thing to you, feels like they're superior, or there's an event or thing that has made you feel like you have been defeated completely, and you may be feeling in that little bit of a mindset like, oh God, this is the mountain I cannot climb. You know, getting over these emotions or dealing with these emotions or dealing with everything that I've left behind, or I felt unwell so now I have to catch up on everything. Whatever you are housekeeping or having to do or having to catch up with, you're probably feeling like, oh, you know, it's like an Everest. And every time you see the mountain of stuff that you have to do or the emotions you have to deal with, you're sort of going, oh no, I'll just go back to bed now. And that's understandable, because sometimes it takes too much of a toll and it takes too much from you to approach it and deal with it than it may do in general times. But otherwise, I do feel that this is a week, actually, maybe a month, that you can kind of retreat. So with Mercury being in shadow phase from now until the 31st of October, when it actually goes retrograde, you may be feeling more like hanging back and doing stuff and, you know, not committing yourself to things, but spending more time on yourself and doing some housekeeping in yourself, doing that journal, organising that diary, doing that yoga every morning, just doing something for you to get you into a habit that's more about self-care, okay, self-care and karmically cleaning you. And then they have the start, which to me always shows that you are being supported by the universe, by your guides. I do feel that this sometimes comes in as well with trying to be openly supportive, but sometimes you're not responsive to those signs that somebody is trying to be supportive, especially if you've been nicked in the past. You know, maybe you've been cut by somebody and you don't want to give your trust very easily to somebody else. This could be something that you're kind of like, no, goodwill, no, what's that? Everyone wants something, everyone's asking for something. So with this, I think it's very important in that respect. Oh, I've got a piece of glitter on me. Ooh, thank you for wherever that was from. But yeah, it feels like there could be something that you're trying to understand, could be something that you're trying to get over, but you are being supportive in this endeavour, you are being nurtured. And also the Three of Wands is kind of asking you in this manner really to go forwards and be, trying to think how to put it, be hopeful. Don't expect anything necessarily, but be hopeful, be limitless, I want to say. Don't put constraints on yourself. I think you're going to get over this very quickly, whether that's a feeling of illness, grief, feeling a little bit down in the dumps. You know, something that's giving you that sense of moving forwards. I mean, it could be that 2 and 3, you know, group 2 and group 3, they're very intertwined with each other. You could be experiencing people with group 2 or vice versa. But I do believe that you could be experiencing yourself group 2 and 3. But it does feel a little bit like you're kind of making changes that will help you this week as well, because clear your energy is really important. Maybe this is because if you don't clear it now, Mercury retrograde may exaggerate things that you don't really want to be exaggerated. You know, you don't want something to keep playing over and over again. You just want it to be done with and get it out the way. Feel like, oh, such a relief. Breathe, get it cleared, get out the way. And then if anything arrives over the course of Mercury retrograde, then maybe there's something that you can deal with then. You know, and you won't feel like everything's still backing up and still going overwhelmingly wrong or, you know, overwhelming in general for you. So let's see what the Energy Oracle card has to say. Okay, what does Group 3 need to know about the next week of the 21st? The next week of the 21st, please, thank you. You're not being very generous with your card. I mean, come on, please. You want to come through. Well, you want to come through and then you wanted to, so thank you for proving me wrong. Alright. Rest and rejuvenation. You need to do this. And also cornucopia. So you have two, well, these are 3 wands essentially. So they're saying that this is a new beginning. You need to vibrate on the sensation that this is a new start. Cleanse all the energy away. Take a crystal bath if you need to. Hang lavender around your pillow or rosemary in your bath water or something. Just try and cleanse yourself from some of the icky stuff that other people have either thrown upon you or that you've experienced and gone through. Maybe not even this last week, but this last year. Maybe that has thrown you for a loop and now you need to just go, oh, cleanse, feel it coming in, absorb the energy from the universe. The star will help you with that, but just absorb the energy from the universe, absorb it, and then see this cornucopia that comes in. There's a vast cornucopia that is there for you to use and to enjoy, and for you to take advantage of, and for you to enjoy for life. And you're not able to treat yourself to this because you've been feeling so low and so energetically dismal. This is now coming forward to say, you know what, this is all waiting for you, this is available to you. All you need to do is rest, rejuvenate, get your energy and vibration back up to a centre point, and then you'll start to see just how blessed you can be. And I hope this really helps you. Let me know in the comments below if this does resonate with you. I just feel that this is going to be so much better for you after this week, even into Mercury retrograde, because it feels like you're now cleansed and ready for it and prepared. But let me know, as I say, in the comments below how things go for you. If you need to get in touch with me for a reading or otherwise, it's all down below. But in the meantime, I wish you the very best of luck. Thank you so much for subscribing, commenting and liking that little notification buttony thing. And I really do wish you all the best of luck. Until next week, bye.